Texas lawmaker is raising questions and considering action after our reporting this week revealed victims of violent crimes waiting months, some even years, for millions of state dollars to help rebuild their lives. Money the Attorney General's Crime Victims Compensation Fund should be paying out.
And after we found the AG division in charge of administering the fund is hemorrhaging employees, we're hearing from more crime victims who say help isn't there when they need it.
He took a broomstick and held it like a spear and jabbed me in the forehead repeatedly and split my head open.
We met Patricia Bourdon at an Austin parking lot, still showing the scar from what police records describe as a broomstick attack this summer.
So you had to get out of that situation.
I did.
But you had nowhere to go.
Right.
With no money and nowhere to turn.
I have nothing left.
In August, records show Bourdon was approved for help from Texas's Crime Victims Compensation Program for medical bills and lost wages. Still, 3 months after the state approved assistance, records show she hasn't received anything.
So how much could this money really change your life and help you right now?
Homeless is homeless. If I had the money, I could get a place.
She says she's tried calling the state for help, but gets nowhere.
6 hours, 6.5 hours was the longest.
You were in a hole for 6 hours?
And then got hung up on because it reached 5 o'clock. I was so mad. I was livid. I can't even explain to you how angry I was that day. I wanted to rip my hair out. I was crying.
We requested call center logs and found Bourdon isn't alone. From January to September this year, the number of people who called for help and hung up or were disconnected before reaching someone jumped from around 1,300 a month to more than 3,000. Hold times are also up.
Frankly, who would want to work in those environments?
Austin State Senator Sarah Eckhart says she's troubled by our findings.
I was not surprised. It's unfortunate that we're seeing labor shortages all across state government.
Eckhart wants to see an increase in all state employees' salaries, including those at the Attorney General's office, to keep pace with the private sector. She also wants to see a simpler application process for crime victims and more staffing at the AG's office to handle calls and process claims.
The system needs to have compassion.
Back with Bourdon, she says she desperately needs help, unsure how much longer she can wait.
They're backed up and I just have to deal with it. It's just the way it is.
And Josh, one interesting thing we found, mail-in applications are actually being processed 1 to 2 months faster than online ones, although we're not sure why.
Matt, what does the state consider to be too long anyway for a victim to be paid?
Well, the state actually has a number it considers to be excessive. It's 250 days. When we checked in August, 50 people were waiting at least that long to be paid. That's double what it was at the start of the year.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. We'll stay on top of this story as it develops in the legislative session. Watch for our updates and explore our extra data features on this topic now in this story in the investigative section of KXAN.com right now.